Alright guys, so we're taking a look at Venomnibus Volume 2. Now, if you saw my review of Venomnibus Volume 1, I did enjoy it. I thought it was fun. I also thought it was very late 80s, 90s storytelling, so you kind of have to take the cheese with the wine, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. But anyway, with Venomnibus Volume 2, again, this is mostly a bunch of miniseries. I don't think there's any longer series than maybe 5 issues here. And it definitely shows this is like pure 90s, but at its unfortunately worse. So let's get into it. This contains a lot, so I'm going to try to go through everything, but here we go. So it has Venom, Sinner Takes All, issues 1 to 5, Venom, Along Came a Spider, 1 to 4, Venom the Hunted, 1 to 3, Venom the Hunger, 1 to 4, Venom Tooth and Claw, 1 to 3, Venom on Trial, 1 to 3, Venom License to Kill, 1 to 3, Venom Seed of Darkness, 1, Venom Sign of the Boss, 1 to 2, Spider-Man the Venom Agenda, Venom the Finale, 1 to 3, Uncanny Origin 7, material from Amazing Spider-Man Super Special, Spider-Man Super Special, Venom Super Special, Spectacular Spider-Man Super Special, Web of Shadows Super Special, and Spider-Man Holiday Special 1995. So now I've taken up half of the video just announcing what's in this long as hell omnibus. Let's get to the actual content. Well, I'm just going to start off the bat that I feel like this doesn't live up to the first volume. In the first volume, I gave it a 3 in terms of just a pure rating, but a 4 in terms of my enjoyment. This kind of just peters out after the first 1/3. I will say that the beginning of it is still that fun 90s silliness that's going on, and you even get a really cool storyline with him, Ben, and Peter teaming up to take on basically a planet full of symbiotes, and that is my favorite story of this entire collection. And I also did like the backdrops or the backstories where we get to learn about different Venom symbiotes and different people who are becoming them. I really enjoyed all of that, and it worked well. Everything else in this book is kind of either borderline okay and silly that you can take it, or it's really, really edgy 90s bullshit. They even have like a couple of romance storylines that are going on in here that didn't work and actually kind of feel creepy sometimes. And you know, the rest of the book is very much kind of just feels like these one and done stories without any ramifications to the entire mythos of Venom or the Marvel universe. This very much feels like kind of selling the name Venom because he was a huge character in the 90s. The art itself is pretty good. It holds up from what it is. I mean, again, everybody is super muscular and over the top, and Eddie's haircut is just the worst thing I've ever seen. Is horrible. But yeah, overall, this is basically when people criticize the 90s and say that it was horrible, which I don't think in total is all the 90s. I think there's a lot of great 90s comics. Venom is not one of them, and it hurts this book because the first 1/3 is good enough that I enjoyed it. I was having fun. I was like, all right, this will probably live up to the first volume. I can see myself giving this a 3 and enjoying it quite a bit. But as it progressed, it just kind of got worse and worse. And except for 1 or 2 storylines that were pretty good and decent enough, it ended in a kind of a piss poor way. As we're getting closer to the end, it's, you know, the face off against Peter and Eddie that you kind of know what to expect and how it's going to go. And there's no progression to Venom's character. There's no evolution. It's just Venom being bad but kind of doing good things, and Eddie trying to be good but acting like he can't. I don't know. It just felt like it was stagnant and the character wasn't going to evolve. Luckily, nowadays, Venom is a much better written character, but he just felt like he was running in circles doing the same shit in this book. So I'm going to have to say I'm happy that we're moving past the 90s very soon in the Venomnibus Volume 3 that I'm going to eventually review, but this was not worth it. This is for completionists only, and I'm only keeping it because I bought 1 to 3 and I enjoyed 1 enough, but this is no higher than a 2 out of 5. This is pretty much not worth owning unless you can find it very cheap, or if you're a mega fan of Venom, you might want to just have this for your own self happiness in the 90s of Venom. But as far as actual written well or amazing art, it's lacking both. It's just pretty good art at times, decent at others, and the best of the best storytelling is 4 issues, and the rest are just okay to shit. So yeah, a 2 out of 5 for Venomnibus Volume 2.